right now is 6:45, and this is new at 6. All over town, dreams are being realized this week. Yesterday was National Signing Day in high school football, but there was a different signing at John Burroughs.
Yes, it's a pretty incredible story. Our Frank Cusimano up bright and early to join us this morning to tell us more about the story of courage. Frank?
Well, you know, Rennie, I've known Jake Bain since he was 10 years old. I've seen him grow into a star athlete. The spotlight has been on him for a long time, but now the light will shine brighter because Jake has become St. Louis's first openly gay high school athlete. He's coming off one of the best football careers in John Burroughs high school history. However, in the end, Jake Bain likely won't be remembered for a touchdown run, and he had plenty of them.
Jake Bain is a tremendous talent.
Priory, one game, like it felt like he ran probably 50 yards both ways and then takes it 60 yards to the house.
50 touchdowns to be exact in a glitzy career, and 3,700 rushing yards, including a stunning 255 in the state championship winning game at the Dome. And when Jake Bain was tackled, he often heard this.
At the bottom of a pile, a lot of times I would hear, "Stay down, you fag." I would hear, "This is no sport for gay people."
Jake came out at an all-school assembly in October.
Most people don't have to come out. Most people don't have to be worried that they will be judged simply based on who they're attracted to.
I was, one, proud of him. Two, I admired him for his bravery to stand up in front of an entire student body and profess anything about your identity is certainly a moment of courage.
Jake Bain could have kept his sexuality a secret and avoided a lot of drama and hardship in the process.
My main reason for coming out was not necessarily for me. I've always been very comfortable with myself and how people view me. I think for me it was to try to reach out to the people that aren't really comfortable coming out. I feel like, especially within athletics, I think there's definitely a stigma where I don't think being gay and being an athlete really collide. I kind of wanted to break the mold for guys that are maybe concerned about coming out because of what people might think of them, and I think that was my main reason for it.
Burroughs preached restraint and love when they heard these type of slurs.
Obviously there are kids calling him, gay and calling him a fag.
I never want to give the opponents the satisfaction of having them have the satisfaction of seeing that it gets to me.
By coming out, Bain also took a risk on his football future. Indiana State had offered him a scholarship, but Jake felt they had to know who he really was.
I had a meeting with the head coach, Kurt Mallory, and I sat him down with my family and I asked him, I was like, I love this place, I love the coaching staff, I love everything about Indiana State, but before I choose to commit to this place for the next 4 years, I just want to let you know that I am an openly gay person, and that's something that is a part of my life.
And there he was Wednesday, signing on the dotted line to go to a school where the coach has accepted him, and a new chapter in his life is about to begin.
Once people realize that me being gay doesn't really have anything to do with the kind of person that I am, I think once they figure out who I am as a person, I think that'll overcome any kind of stereotypes they might try to put on me.
Ellie and Rennie, I think that John Burroughs was just the ideal situation for him to come out because he was already respected as a great player and loved as a really nice kid. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be an adjustment at Indiana State because they don't know who he is. Yeah. But I think once they get to know him, he's very confident he's going to be fine.
Yeah, and one thing about him as a football player, he has the abilities and the skills that you really have to respect. And I think at some point, people will get over those stigmas and just say, hey, that person is that person. Let them play football. Let them be who they are.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, the courage that it took for him to do that.
It did, and in terms of the football player, this is one elite talent, and Indiana State is going to see a special player. He's going to start off as a defensive back, return kicks. He returned 9 kicks for touchdowns.
Wow.
I mean, the guy's
incredible.
Yep.
Wow, great story.
We saw this a couple of years ago with Michael Sam being drafted by the Rams, the first openly gay player to do that, and how Mizzou stood by him and what that meant for him in his career. So thank you, Frank.
All right,
really appreciate that story.
Well, many of you are already sharing your messages of support to Jake online. We do have this story pinned to the top of our Facebook page if you'd like to go ahead and join in on the conversation.